today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Kaepernick now on first down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. The numbers for Sanders last week: 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
A nice run there by Sanders on first down as he'll wind up with a gain of about 7 before he's brought down. 2nd down and 3. Now Kaepernick. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Herbert following the turnover. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. It'll be a gain of 9. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Kaepernick. And he fends him off. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. It's solid, instinctive running there, spinning forward and getting a full 7 yards. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. The tackle there by Brian Poole. And, Charles, for this defense, you know, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence.
Touchdown, Eagles! Here's Watkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Give him 32 on the play.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And they're going to get him. He's sacked at the 28. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. But they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk.
He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss.
And Sanders has it poked free and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Scott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. It's caught, Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
6 yards left on second down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
25 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Chargers offense back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Nowhere to go for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Milton Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Herbert on first down now. This is swung out to Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5 now. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Kaepernick. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And this is caught by Watkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 74 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Kaepernick now to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Chargers' 23-yard line.
Mike 49. Mike 49. I want that. Give me that ball.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's almost hard to believe that Joey Bosa is in his 6th season now with the Los Angeles Chargers. A Pro Bowler 3 out of the last 4 seasons. He led the team with 7.5 sacks. In 2020, one of the great...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On second and 12, Herbert. High throw, but the catch is made. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Left side here to Sanders. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st down, Kaepernick.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, it's Kaepernick. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
They'll run with Sanders.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back.
And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Rager. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rager,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Eckler, they run left side. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the gun, Eckler running it, able to slither by, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that